Welcome back to more Pokemon White 2. So last time, we defeated our rival Andella, and we saw some flashbacks too, so yeah. That was pretty fun. We also got to see Andella in summertime as well, which is pretty cool. This time, we are back in Jornami because yeah, I didn't decide to record a third part yesterday, I didn't feel up to it, so yeah. We are back here now. I'm probably going to do a big same small port later, just in case. Or something, so yeah, we'll worry about that later as well. Anyway, for the time being though, let's do some Jornami stuff here. Again, at some point, yeah, I might want to do this off screen because yeah, our shops are looking very good. I probably should, check. But yeah, you still get combos like this though, which is kind of cool. Except that yeah, it's going to all my rank 10 shots. But hey, now it's going to the shot that needs rank, so yeah. It's good. I think this is a good idea of how oh yeah, the museum is maxed out, so I guess that's something to consider. And yeah, this needs more rank. This is definitely gonna help out a lot. That was good. And we get 29 now. I probably should. There was a couple of things I forgot to do last part, so yeah, I probably should go check to see if our guy is in there. So you want a female clerk. So let's see, yeah, I got 10, 10, 10, 7, 9, 9, 10, 10. So yeah, most of our shops are almost max, so yeah. So do that. And yeah, we don't need to do any EV train now. I'm going to say that for later. Even though, yeah, I definitely could and get John Tracy out there. And I believe we're done now. So, yeah, I believe we're done then. So, yeah. With EV training, everyone will be EV trained. So, that's pretty cool. But again, I think I'll save that for next week's part. And yeah, over here. You also want to give me a guard sucker, right? You want a recommendation? And if I can get this to rank 2, that'd be awesome. We'll see if that happens. Probably not today, but yeah, it'll be something I try to go after, so yeah. Doesn't look like there's anyone else to me, so yeah. Yeah, it's something nice with the gym there's a couple of them because yeah, those really help me out, so yeah. Yeah, he is her, so... I believe this is for 25, he gives us another Stardust, which is nice. And this one he just gives us like money rewards, which is fine. By me, so yeah. So yeah, back on the bike. Let's go buy some stuff. Like a nugget, that's really good. Another nugget, yeah, we'll make a lot of money this time around. Another Hearthstone, obviously. A blue shard. Another Hearthstone, yeah, this is just how it goes. Sometimes you get really good items, sometimes it's just good old Hearthstones. That's how it goes. But yeah, I still think this place is perfect though. Again, you still get lots of good items for selling, so yeah. And we might be doing... Oh, Sacred Dash. Now that's an interesting one to get. Yeah, that revives every Pokemon that's fainted, but only outside of battle. So yeah, that's pretty interesting to get. And yeah, we got the odd keystone last time as well. So yeah. Some interesting stuff right there. I'll buy all your stock. Yeah, I'm glad that yeah, I saw the value of these berry shots. They're extremely useful. And they can be quite different considering that yeah, there's a lot of different kinds of berries, so yeah. Anyway. And yeah, I have a lot of mulch sell too, so yeah, I'll be sure to do that later. As well, I got an idea of something I could do for that, so yeah. Anyway, I got full heal. I need to rank you up because I need you to give me much better prize than that. And once again, yes, bye. Max Fry, yeah. I'm not gonna have any problems like exploring an area now, that's a thing, sure. With all the stuff online. There we go. And yeah, once again, let's get these. Never go wrong with these, especially because we're gonna want culty berries soonish, so yeah. For John Tracy, so that'd be good to stock up on those. And of course, I'll get the rest. So yeah, a lot of things to buy, obviously. So like I said last time, yeah, we're going to be going to Humalau. That's where our next post-game activity is going to be. And yeah, we'll get that mulch. There we go. So yeah, let's head up. So like I said, yeah, we're going to be going to Humalau. So let's go on Vitra and let's have a little look and see what's going on. So what I want to do is I want to go to the hotel that the person said we should come and become champion. Because now there's someone waiting for us though. Also, this person's all alone now. With Pokemon, people treasure every meeting. There may not be another. That's why you have to give it your best in the moment. So yeah, we got flooring carts there. Back on the bike we go. I believe he was around here, yes. Thanks dude, the guest rooms are all full. So we got two people here. Cheers to Social Honeymoon, that's the man I chose. If the sound of the bell at the Social Town Route 7 reaches this room, we can be happy. I heard such a request, you fever. Will you ring the bell for my wife? Sure. You're so nice. It'd be great if this world was full of people like you. Alright. Let's take him up on that offer. Let's use Fly, and let's go to Mistralton once again. This is a very interesting side quest. It also does lead to something, which is why I kind of want to do it. Well, something indirectly, I guess you could say. But anyway. Back on Route 7, let's have a little walk around. Again, yeah, we need to make our way back to Celestial Tower. It was over there. I need to get my bearings back, it looks like. We'll get on the bike again, and then, yeah, let's go inside. Because now we got this person blocking the way. Interesting enough. Well, yeah, Serena in the front. Let's see how they do. You came out the request of a couple of whom last seat, didn't you? No need for a reply. If you want to ring the bell, you have to bow with me. So, something's happening. You also want to bring out A game because none of these trainers mess around. We got Rachel Strand here. He was a mag holder, which is level 63. Let's give this a go. And again, I forgot to give Serena Stone Edge. I keep forgetting to do that. It's like I instinctively don't want to do it just because the aim is an accuracy, but I guess we'll see. So go for that. There we go. Like I said, yeah, these trainers have a lot of Pokemon and they're pretty good as well. Like an Arcanine here. With the Intimidate as well. And they have pretty good moves, if I remember correctly as well. So yeah, we're gonna need to make the most of our team members here. That's a thing, sure. And yeah, Earthquake still does well. And your last is a Chandelier. So yeah, we'll go for Earthquake up. And that should do just fine right there. Alright. Where do you think unfulfilled dreams go? Win or lose, I'm a waitress. I carry the customers' orders a heaping sigh of love. And yeah, again, I feel like my bad memory is telling me that yeah, you really shouldn't do this. But again, I think I want to at least try it, you know. So yeah. Yes, like I said, this is actually strong in acrobatics, so yeah, it makes sense. It's super effective, so it makes sense to, have that large power and tight coverage, so yeah. And again, if I get fed up with the accuracy, there's always some claws if I want to do that, so yeah. Alright, so we got you. Again, I think I'll use Serena for this. Because Serena also has Ute and the Gouda. I'm invincible now because I'm full of hate. Okay then. Yeah, something's off with these people, that's what I'm sure. Got Nursery Isol, I think. She has a low P. And yeah, it's even higher level than the last trainer too, so yeah. I said, yeah, these trainers don't mess around. The good thing is they specialize in one type, so yeah, this person uses normal type Pokemon, so yeah, that's good to know. So yeah, that's how we'll manage. Too bad I don't really have any fine type moves, but that's okay, so yeah, we can manage. A Bufalon. So let's go for the Acrobats here. I can only take one attack from a Bufalon, I believe, so yeah. Let's see, am I right about that? There's the head charge, yeah, I can take 2 of those actually, so not too bad. So go for another Acrobats, there we go. What's coming out next? The Kangaskhan. So yeah, let's go for Acrobats. I haven't fought a Kangaskhan yet, I believe. It's a pretty solid normal type Pokemon for Gen 1, so yeah. And it's Outrage. Which yeah, looks really cool in this game, I must admit. I really like the fiery background that they gave it. It's definitely something I've missed when it comes to that move, that's a dang sure. And then Miltank. So once again, let's keep go for Acrobats. And yeah, Serena could definitely clean me to a KO most Pokemon with that, which is pretty neat, so yeah. Anyway, you got Parrot, unfortunately, so yeah, we're gonna have to switch out. I guess John Tracy, even though John Tracy isn't immune to paralysis, but hey. I don't think we'll outspeed, but that's okay. Let's see what Tri-Size go for. Yeah, no, boy, son. And I guess the Parrot as well. Yeah, Electric type being immune to paralysis, that's definitely quite nice, and yeah, it has Brute Break too. It doesn't do that much, and yeah, there's the Thunderbolt. I guess Miltank doesn't hit super hard. Which, yeah, I think that makes sense. That's right, we can't force someone to battle out of hatred. Why? How come? All I want to do is raise the same focus he did and battle together. So yeah, let's use some of those old Katos we can stock up on. And yeah, let's use some healing items so. So we use Lemonade and we'll use a Higher Potion. Yes, we do have a lot of those. Yeah, this is really interesting. They haven't spelled out what it is exactly. I think I'll talk about it later once we have a better idea. But yeah, definitely something is very off about what's happening here. Alright, we got you now. And do I still want to use Serena? Sure. Serena has U-turn, so I can get out of there. Not hearing the plea of the bell means no happily ever after. If you keep it from ringing, those two will never find happiness. That's why I can't let you go one step further. Yeah, why are these people so cruel? Is that a good question here? That's a dang sure, so yeah. 5 Pokemon this time. Look, Lana, and yeah, Weavile, so yeah. And this says use Ice type Pokemon, so yeah, I'm gonna get out of there. I mean, it could be Dark type, but I'm pretty sure it's Ice, so yeah. So I'm gonna go for the U-turn. And it's faster because of the Ice Shot, so yeah, I think we can take an Ice Shot, we'll see. Yeah, we can. It's only 40 base power, even though it's times 4 effective, so yeah. So there you go, very nice U-turn there. But yeah, since it has Ice Shot, I probably want to use a Pokemon that, you know, is resistant against Ice. I'm gonna try John Tracy. You know, yeah, again, John Tracy won't outspeed everything, probably, but we'll see. So yeah, I'll go for the Thunderbolt here. Yeah, it has Brute Break, so yeah, that's not great. And it does a decent amount. So we'll go for the Thunderbolt there. It's okay, because yeah, we do have a lot of other Pokemon, and Ronan could be a good switch-in, so yeah. And he's a Mammoth. Well, I know it's going to go for Earthquake, so I'm going to try Vitra as kind of a risky play. Vitra does have Flamethrower though, so yeah. So let's see what happens. Yep, there's the earthquake. Let's go for the flamethrower. Yeah, I mean, like, okay, like I said, one thing I really like about this team is how many earthquake sections I have. Because again, a lot of Pokemon gonna have that coverage, and I have a Pokemon that's times so weak to it. It's basically like a, you know, it's definitely like, you know, a target, I guess you could say. I'm not really sure how to word it, but anyway, we'll have another flavor here on the Vanillix. Vitra can take one ice type move, I'm pretty sure, because they're not tied solely to it, so yeah. And a Crab. That's actually pretty scary to deal with, so yeah. Well, luckily it doesn't have speed, so that's good. Thanks to all that speed I'm racing, obviously. Yeah, we do well, and just because of Acid Armor, that's fine by me. So yeah, now we'll just go for another Flamethrower that. It is the main reason why I have Flamethrower. Vitra's so strong that, yeah, we don't really need Fire Blast unless we're doing, you know, PWT, so yeah. Fire Blast is definitely worth considering for that, because at least, you know, it's 85% accurate, and it is a Lapras. So, I don't know. It probably will go with the Ice type moves, so yeah, I probably don't want to do that. I'll try Tron Tracy though. Because I'm pretty sure Tron Tracy can take like an Ice Beam or something like that. A Blizzard, that's fine by me. I think we can take that. I don't get frozen good. Is the Thunderbolt. So yeah, all these trainers, yeah, they're definitely legit. So yeah, we definitely want to bring out a game for this. There we go. What? Can it be that love is even stronger than hatred? Well, I hope that's the case. You don't give any love, shouldn't ask any. From people or Pokemon. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is this actually spelled out to you or not? I feel like it isn't. I think it's supposed to be inferred. So, yeah. But I guess we'll see. Anyway, so yeah. Once again, Serena's a good lead, thanks to U-turn. It is our last battle. I can't believe those three down there lost. Even so, you're not getting past me. You're fine for that couple, I'm fine for myself. You know which is stronger, right? So yeah, let's give this a go. So our last person is Maid Tammy with 6 Pokemon, and the first one's a Skarmory. It's level 69, so yeah, this trainer has a lot of good Pokemon on this side. So yeah, Skarmory, very good physical wall, let's get out of that. That's why the U-turn. And yeah, John Tracy though, like I said, is very good against Skarmory. Except that, yeah, I do think that John Tracy will have to switch out at some point, because I'm pretty sure they'll have Pokemon that's good against it. Anyway, Swords Dance. Yeah, that's, okay, like I said, I think that's a very cool way to use Skarmory, to be honest. Again, I always thought to just use it as a wall, but using it as an offensive tank does sound like a lot of fun too, so yeah. Anyway, we'll go with the Thunderbolt and take it out. Not too bad. Anyway, here's the Pokemon's Finky. She had a Steelix, so yeah. Once again, I definitely paint the picture that, yeah. I'm definitely predicting the Earthquake here, although it could definitely go for a Surf move. Yep, there's the Earthquake. So yeah, now we're gonna go for the Flamethrower here. Yeah, John Tracy definitely invites those Earthquakes, don't they? So yeah. So there's a Study. And we got the Burn 2, awesome. So yeah, tries to go for Curse here. This rides at the PWT a lot. But yeah, that's not gonna help you. There you go. And we have Flamethrower for the rest of the Pokemon too, so that's also nice. Paraform. So yeah, we'll go for Flamethrower here. Yeah, Paraform's every one of those Pokemon. Like, yeah, when thinking about, like, yeah, my brother likes to joke about this a lot because he likes third Pokemon and third Pokemon memes, so yeah. And yeah, Scavalier. So yeah, your team is mostly the fire, it looks like, so yeah, good thing I have Future. Get the nice Flamethrower. So yeah, there we go. And we get level 73 this time. Bishop. Yeah, a lot of good Pokemon on this team again. We'll go with another Flamethrower here. I think the last is a Metagross, if I'm remembering that correctly, so yeah. So you'll get that. And yeah, your last is indeed a Metagross. So yeah, once again, I'm going to go for Flamethrower, and that'll be good. So again, I mean, it's look easy, but again, these Pokemon are those such. It's definitely interesting that they go all out with these trainers, but yeah, does boggle the mind a little bit. Why? How could this see? How could you try hard for someone else? I see. We are thinking only about ourselves. We sure weren't thinking about the Pokemon sides, were we? And that's the end of them. So yeah, I think what's to be inferred is that the dude dumped all of them. And then now they're feeling very vengeful about it, so yeah. So now, yeah, this is their kind of way to get revenge so that the couple aren't happy. But you should definitely check in on them, so yeah. Although it is definitely interesting thing about it because, yeah, it's not clear who's in the right either, so that's also interesting. It's definitely weird that, you know, this game would, you know, dabble in this kind of thing, but anyway, mysterious treasure filled here. Check this on the area. And would you look at that? First off, though, let's ring the bell. Yes, yeah, we have another legendary Pokemon to catch, and I did make it nighttime for this, so yeah. Alright. So let's get info ready, and yeah, let's get this a go. So yeah. John Tracy is the lead. I think we could go for full swipe here. I might want to, because our Pokemon are pretty strong. So yeah, it'd be nice to whittle it down. With that, so yeah. And then, yeah, we don't want the Light Flip either, so yeah, I can obviously swap that around. There you go. And now let's swap around the Light Flip. And then we'll sit the game, and we'll take this one on. So there we go. Yeah, that would be very thing that this folk would appear here, wouldn't it? So yeah. Yeah. Alright. So let's get the mission back on. Let's get this a good fight. So this is Mesprit, level 65, Psychic type Pokemon, Levitate for its ability, with the moves Copycat, Extra Sensory, Charm, and Future Sight. So yeah, we're gonna go for one wave here. Mesprit, yeah, Mesprit is defined by its stats, where it's the most balanced of its 3 members, having 105 in all of its attack, defense, special attack, and social defense, and then 80 in HP and speed. So yeah. So it's well balanced, it can do a lot of things, it's just that, yeah, its other 2 members are more specialized, so they're a bit more well-liked as a result. So yeah, that's kind of how it goes in Mesprit. But there are definitely some good things it can do for you. I did read that, yeah, this Pokemon could actually be very useful with something. Which I might talk about here. So yeah, Full Cycles isn't doing that much, but that's okay. We'll just keep going for it. Copycat's definitely annoying if you want to try and status it like I am, but that's okay. And Charm, yeah, that'll also make it a bit annoying to, full swipe it down here, but that's okay. At least it keep getting paralyzed. So yeah, in terms of level up moves, it doesn't get too much interesting other than Healing Wish. Its other moves are kinda meh, I feel like, so yeah. Anyway, I think we're getting knocked out here, yeah. But I could just use Revive, so that's no problem. We'll go into John Tracy again. To go for that. I am seeing a lot of Max Revives, so you know what, this is probably the time to use them, so yeah. There we go. Now I'll go back into Antonia, and then yeah, we can try to catch him. That'll be some interesting things. I can definitely see Charm being decent in a regular playthrough. Unfortunately, it went to the attack again, but that's okay. But yeah, at least, yeah, with the leftovers, I think we could take another one. So yeah, let's go for another full cycle. In terms of TNs though, it does have a lot of options though. Like, yeah, a lot of coverage moves. It's just that, again, for offense, you're probably better off with, you're doing offensive moves, you're probably better off with, you know, the next one we're going to be talking about. But yeah, you know, Ice Beam's there, Thunderbolt's there, Energy Ball, Charge Beam, Thunder Wave. You can also use Trick Room as well. So yeah, a lot of good options. Again, it's kind of unfortunate we got knocked out there, but that's okay. Now we'll go for the Dust Balls. But yeah. And then for move tiers, yeah, it does also get quite a lot of moves. Skill Swap I saw there, Helping Hand. What's a Copycat, I wonder? Extra Sensory. Yeah. I believe a Copycat's the last move that was used, so yeah. You can get like Stealth Rock. Trick is very interesting because one thing you can use Mesrit for is in the Battle Subway or the PWT, you can trick a Choice Scarf onto your opponent, and then yeah, that can help set up its sweeping teammate, and then yeah, give you some easy wins. That's one thing that Mesrit can do, and yeah, it's not bad Pokemon to use for that because again, it is allowed for PWT and Battle Subway, so yeah. So again, not a bad way of using it. It's very kind of cool to learn about that. So yeah. So again, yeah, Mesrit, yeah, I really like Mesrit in its original game. It is a kind of wholesome Pokemon, to be honest. As you know, it was a roaming Pokemon, but yeah, it kind of wanted to, you know, play a game with the protagonist, I felt like, because yeah, this is the legendary Pokemon that lives right next to the protagonist, basically. So yeah, it's kind of funny to think about it like that. Of course, it is the being of emotion. So it makes a lot of sense that we see it in Celestial Tower, a very emotional place for a lot of people. So yeah. So again, Mesrit, yeah, again, it is definitely the worst of the three, just because again, it's so well balanced that yeah, it just doesn't really focus on one thing. Which does make it stand out a lot less, but again, it is not too bad though. It is definitely a solid Pokemon in its own right. And it has some good niche of its own too. Although, yeah, like I said, yeah, the Trick Choice Scarfing, it's not the only Pokemon can do that, but again, it's not bad Pokemon for doing that, considering it's, you know, well balanced stats, so yeah. Alright. Now we talk about some topics now, so yeah. Because it is actually putting up a good fight here. So yeah. So the first one I got here is speedrunning, so yeah, I'll talk about Pokemon in regards to this first. Because yeah, Pokemon speedrunning, yeah, intrigues me quite a bit. I mean, one reason why is that my brother basically showed me the route, basically. What Pokemon do the runners use for each of the games. It's actually kind of interesting to learn about them, because yeah, some of them do use certain glitches and stuff like that. Like the Gen 4 speedrun would use the Void glitch to get a high level surf encounter, I believe. There we go. This is why I said the big so slow court, so I can finish talking about the topics, so yeah. So yeah, emotion Pokemon, when Mesrit flew, people learned the joy and sadness of living. It was the birth of emotions. So that's cool right there. Yeah, back to this. Also, yeah, I think I can use an escaper here, but I'll just walk down while I talk about the topic. And yeah, I probably should have repels. I didn't encounter a single Pokemon until now, so that's kind of funny. And then yeah, we'll arrange the Pokemon in the correct order as well. Anyway, so yeah, back to talking about this topic. So yeah, so in Pokemon Speedrunning, yeah, very interested to learn about. That's what I'm sure. Like again, those routes I mentioned. Some games are definitely better for this than others. Like yeah, when I probably put down BDSC, yeah, let's just say he didn't say very nice things about it. So yeah. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, some of them were very interested about that. Yeah, the Let's Go speedrun uses a lot more Pokemon because it uses the multiplayer feature to basically cheese battles. The Sword and Shield one uses the Crown Tundra, I believe. Basically, there's like an area where like you can choose different encounters, basically. You can choose like different encounters, and then yeah. The encounter at the end though is like a very strong either level 60 Pokemon or a legendary Pokemon that's also very high leveled. So then yeah, you basically use that to beat the whole game. So yeah, my brother did this with a couple of Pokemon, I think. I think last time he showed me he had a Suicune. So yeah, again, that's an interesting run to be honest. I don't know what the non-DLC run uses, I must admit, but yeah, again, that one definitely stood out to me quite a bit, so yeah. Colosseum was also kind of interesting to learn about too. I actually watched some videos about Colosseum, so yeah. That was also a very interesting run to learn about as well, so yeah. Like yeah, they use type version of Spion, and then yeah, apparently yeah, some battles yeah do come down. Some battles are quite interesting there, so yeah, is what I'm kind of trying to get at, so yeah. And let's move spread to the legendary box. It's a naughty nature, alright. But yeah, we still have 2 to go though in that trio, so yeah. So a little bit of ways to go there. But anyway, so that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Colosseum is fun to learn about. Certain fights. I also learned that XD is not very fun because of the final boss in that game, so yeah, that was also kind of interesting to learn about too. Now yeah, it's Tuesday, which means we actually get to see soccer. Which is yeah, the final game we haven't seen yet. And the Veron's back, alright. So yeah, I'm gonna just keep doing this in the order I usually do things, so yeah. Alright. So that's talking. So yeah. Pokemon series is definitely interesting, that's dang sure. Like yeah, it's definitely a lot different from how I play. And it's also interesting to figure out, you know, how do people, you know, optimize runs like that, you know? So yeah. Again, very intriguing stuff. As for other games, yeah, I definitely have a lot of respect for speedrun, that's for dang sure. There's a couple of reasons why. Of course, one is, you know, just how high level the playing is. Like, yeah, again, Mario 64 is definitely one game that comes to mind. My brother was, you know, heavily influenced by the speedruns of that game, that's for dang sure. He's definitely tried to do some speedrun on his own, and he's actually pretty good at it. It's definitely fun to, you know. I've also was timing some runs for him as well, so yeah. But yeah, it's definitely very cool to see him, chip away at his old time, and then, you know, try to find more time, basically. It was very cool to, you know, see that in action, like I said, so yeah. And there are other games too, like, yeah, I know that, you know, Metroid games are very popular, in fact, they even encourage speedrunning too, with, you know, being the game in a low amount of time, so yeah. Then of course, yeah, there's the other thing where speedrunning helps people learn about the games. And yeah, a good example has actually happened very recently. So there's this very, there's this game called Enthusia Professional Racing. Yeah, that title's very strange, I know, but anyway. It came out basically, I believe, just before or just after Gran Turismo 4. And yeah, no one wanted to play it because everyone wanted to play Gran Turismo 4 instead. Well, yeah, I was one of those people, I guess, because I never played it. When I was younger, so yeah. So yeah, the thing about this game is that, yeah, again, people did like it because of how weird it was, with how, you know, you get cars and stuff like that, and the odds system and all that. But then, yeah, I think the game really piqued my interest once I started seeing the speedruns. Basically, one YouTuber decided to reinvigorate the speedrun community because, yeah, on Retro Achievements, one of the achievements is an actual speedrun category. It, like, times the run for you, which is kind of cool, actually. So, yeah. So then, yeah, people figured that out, and then people, and then, yeah, after a lot of, running up the game, yeah, people figured out a lot of things. Like, you know, people, people using RNG manipulation as well, so yeah. Yeah, the great thing about this is that, yeah, it actually kind of showed me, you know, how best to, you know, set up a car in Enthusia as well. So yeah, that's the E1. It kind of showed me that as well, so yeah. So now, yeah, if I were to go play the game now, I could definitely have a lot more enjoyable time because, yeah, I can, you know, tune the cars to my liking a bit better, understand the game a little bit better too. I also know what kind of cars I want to try into, like the frickin' Toyota Estava, which is actually a really good car. And if you look at what Toyota Estava looks like in real life, yeah, you wouldn't think that, but yeah, it is actually legitimately very good. So yeah. But yeah, that's, yeah, again, like I said, that's one thing I really love about steering, yeah. It definitely, you know, helps you learn about games, like I said, the inner workings of them. So yeah, even if you're not playing the game quickly, it still can really help you out a lot. And it's definitely something I was thinking about with certain games. Like, yeah, I was wondering, you know, what does, you know, the Persona 1 speedruns do as well? I can't remember exactly, but yeah, it's definitely something worth looking into to maybe, you know, learn even more about that game and maybe get better at it. So yeah. So these guys give color boosters. That's not too bad. So yeah. So yeah, cool to show that on screen thanks to this topic. So yeah. The version 1, yeah, it was kind of crazy. It also has 2s for your encourage too. One where you beat the final race of the game, basically. The King of the Year Nürburgring race. And then the other ones just get to rank 1 as fast as possible. And yeah, people figured out to heavily optimize this run. But there's still more things to find out. Like, yeah, recently they found out that the Mini Cooper can actually, you know, beat the game even quicker than the Nissan Micro. That's the star car you pick. I believe that's for King of the Year, I believe. So yeah. I wasn't sure about rank 1 just yet, but yeah, there's a lot of different star cars too. It's actually an interesting run because yeah, there's a lot of interesting strategy. There's a lot of variety in strategies you could actually use. So yeah, like yeah, different star cars can work out quite good. And then yeah, of course, there's obviously an RG, but you should think about too. So yeah. But again, there's a lot going to the run. That's kind of why it became quite intriguing to me, I must admit. So yeah. And again, definitely one reason why I really like speedrunning too. Again, yeah, it helps you learn about games too. So yeah. Although not for every game, like Fire Emblem, for example, a Fire Emblem speedrun and Fire Emblem LTC is actually very different. So yeah, a speedrun's gonna play the game in a very different way to how an LTC would. And speedruns normally play on lower difficulty, so Fire Emblem as well. So it's kind of hard to tell, like, yeah, what is, you know, the best way to play Fire Emblem games. So if I want to do, like, research on, let's say, Fire Emblem Awakening, then yeah, I wouldn't really use a speedrun to do that. So yeah, I look at, you know, higher level play of the game, and then that's how I learn a bit more of how it works, and then yeah, that's a nice help for me in my own strategies. That's just the kind of one I want to do with Fire Emblem Awakening if I play on the channel soon, so yeah. Which again I'm thinking about, but it's definitely not the game I know the best I could play next, is the thing, so yeah. You know, I probably should play it next is the thing, so yeah. Anyway, I think that's, yeah, mostly everything I want to say about that topic, so yeah. Again, I don't think anything else comes to mind, so yeah. I think here what I'm gonna do now is, yeah, we're just gonna cut, and then yeah, I'll tell you about what rewards I got, and then yeah, and also the levels I got, and then yeah, we'll go from there. So here's how we're looking right now. We got a couple of levels already, so yeah, so no need to go over those again. So yeah, we're going to use Antonio. That's cool. All right, so yeah, now yeah, we're going to like I said, yeah, we're going to wrap this up, and I'm going to go check in on the couples. So yeah, I'll see you in a little bit. Alright, so yeah, we gained levels of Ronan, Antonia, Lacey, and Beatra. So yeah, here's how we're looking now. So that means yeah, Lacey got like 2 levels, I think, because he started using them with soccer. So yeah, as I go get this hot skill, I think it is. There you go. These keep replenishing. Now let's go inside and talk this couple. Jesus says so, Hyman. That's the man I chose. Yeah, you already said that. Oh yeah, I saw the sound of the bell. I don't think I've heard it yet. What? Did he say such as a social tower? Well, putting that aside. Here, this is a thank you gift. Here's his revive, alright? I wish for their happiness. Okay, like I said, yeah, it's interesting. Again, it's not really clear cut on what actually happens, so yeah. Hey though. I believe next time, I think we're gonna go check out some new areas. Have opened up to us basically in the first game. I'm thinking, yeah, again, we went to Opelucid, so I think I know where I want to go next after that, so yeah. So we got a legendary Pokemon, and we also climb the Celestial Tower once again, find those people, so yeah. That's interesting, like I said, yeah, I think we're going to be going to Opelucid the next part, so yeah. Let's go there. And yeah, look forward to that, and yeah, I'll see you guys again for